speaking primarily to all of the students. That's why I wanted to see the beautiful 9th and 10th graders. So just over 100 years ago, our world, yes, not just our country, but most of our world was embroiled in a devastating and terrible war. After the war, it was clear that people really had not learned any lessons. Nations continued to be antagonistic toward each other and were solely interested in nation building for their own selfish purposes. What was to be done? Throughout the world, there were small groups of people, not necessarily leaders, but smart people who wanted a new way of life, who wanted to move toward a world where people actually cared for each other. People began to study and think about ways to organize, reorganize our economic life, our cultural life, our political life, so that we could all learn to live with one another and be kind, compassionate, and united. Rudolf Steiner, the founder of Waldorf education, had revolutionary ideals that he wanted to actualize, to make real. He held study groups for people interested in understanding and caring for human beings. A member of his study group was a man named Emil Molt, and he owned the Waldorf Astoria factory located in Stuttgart, Germany. Mr. Molt asked Dr. Steiner if he would create an education for all of the children of the factory workers. Dr. Steiner immediately said yes. That first school, founded in 1919, 100 years ago, has multiplied so that now there are about 1,000 Waldorf schools throughout the world. Dr. Steiner had a vision of Waldorf education that was quite different from all the other schools throughout the world. First, he wanted boys and girls to learn together. Back then, education for boys and girls was separated, and Dr. Steiner knew that girls and boys needed to learn together to make a better world. Second, Dr. Steiner wanted students to love school. When he addressed students at assemblies just like this, he would ask, "Dear students, do you love your teachers?" And all of the students responded, "Yes." Third, Dr. Steiner wanted an education where students would have the opportunity to become writers, mathematicians, scientists, historians, athletes, musicians, and artists. He wanted every student to be able to do everything well. That's why we all get to learn Mandarin and Spanish, eurythmy, string instruments, recorders and flutes. You all get to do beeswax modeling, handwork, practical arts, painting, form drawing, gardening, and play games and sports. You have opportunities and are cultivating skills that sadly most kids don't receive. Finally, and most importantly, Dr. Steiner wanted to create an education where students learned how to care for each other. Heartfelt thinking was his #1 goal. He hoped that this new form of education would result in graduates who would change the world. He hoped his graduates would go out into the world and do the good. Today, we celebrate 100 years of Waldorf education. Students all over the world in South Africa and Kenya, China and Taiwan, France and Germany, Australia, Canada, Mexico, and the United States are celebrating today. Our Cincinnati Waldorf School began in 1973 as a tiny initiative with a few students and very dedicated teachers. We moved around for many years until we finally found our current home. Our enrollment is robust, and now we have a high school. Parents, teachers, administrators, what do you think our students need to thrive and to become compassionate, caring leaders of our world? How does our education need to change to remain relevant and revolutionary? Let's revitalize our school so that it is vibrant over the next 100 years. Let's incorporate our ideals into our next strategic plan. Students, why are you proud of your school? Do you love your school?
Yes.
Do you love your teachers? Please take time, students, to think about these questions and talk to your teachers later. I can say that we faculty, teachers, and administrators, parents, and friends are here because of you. We work hard so that you receive a wonderful education. We work hard because we are sure that one day you will take up the mantle for social change and for the good, so that in the future, we will realize Dr. Steiner's wish that human beings will care deeply for one another and not rest until justice and equity are equally guaranteed for all. Thank you.